From the studios at Bossier Parish Community College, this is BPCC News.
Good afternoon on this first day of October. I'm Calvin Hamilton.
And I'm Shelby Lark.
And this is BPCC News.
The Library Committee is proud to announce that the Book Drive for Troops collected 1,735 books to send overseas. The library says they are so thankful to all of the BPCC students, faculty, and staff that rallied behind the cause. And together, our contributions will bring much needed joy to our servicemen and women as they defend our freedoms far from their friends and family.
Do not forget that this month is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In the world today, every 74 seconds, someone dies of breast cancer. So, to raise awareness of breast cancer, please try to donate to an organization, run a breast cancer walk, or simply wear pink.
Bossier Parish High School cafeterias received grading last week. Airline High School received one minor violation, but it was corrected when brought to attention. Bossier High School and Parkway both earned a flawless report, so parents in Bossier City can be assured that their children's cafeterias are safe.
With basketball season right around the corner, the Bossier Cavs basketball team will travel this weekend as they will attend the Dallas Jamboree. The Jamboree will be held in Dallas, Texas, and begins at 12:30 p.m.
And now, here's Lee Mangrum with Today in History.
Hello, I'm Lee Mangrum and welcome to Today in History. It's Monday, October 1st, 2012, the 275th day of the year, and we have 91 days left in 2012. Destined to become one of the world's greatest pianists, Vladimir Horowitz was born on this day in 1903 in Kiev, Russia. While most young children were playing games, Vladimir was playing with the ivories. His time was well spent as he was fully capable of performing publicly by the time he was 16. In 1928, the Russian pianist traveled to the United States to play with the New York Philharmonic Orchestra at Carnegie Hall. Arturo Toscanini chose Horowitz to perform his first solo with the New York Philharmonic. It was there that Horowitz met his bride-to-be, Toscanini's daughter, Wanda. The two were wed in Milan in 1933. New York became Horowitz's permanent home in 1940. He became a U.S. citizen a few years later, devoting the rest of his career to benefit performances and helping young, aspiring artists. And now back to 1880, a new director of the United States Marine Corps band was named. John Philip Sosa became the band's 17th leader. In 1888, he composed Semper Fidelis, traditionally known as the official march of the Marine Corps. In 1946, the first baseball playoff game for a league championship featuring the St. Louis Cardinals beating the Brooklyn Dodgers 4-2. In 1957, U.S. B-52 bombers, the Air Strategic Command went on 24-hour alert status because of the perceived threat of an attack from the Soviet Union. Today's celebrity birthdays include Randy Quaid, actor who starred in The Last Picture Show, Days of Thunder, Bye Bye Love, Caddyshack 2, National Lampoon's Vacation, Christmas Vacation, Vegas Vacation, and Independence Day. Jimmy Carter, 39th U.S. President during 1977 to 1981. He is married to Rosalind Smith, and they have 3 sons and 1 daughter. Julie Andrews, Academy Award-winning actress for Mary Poppins in 1964. She is also famous for The Sound of Music, Victor Victoria, 10, and The Princess Diaries. That's it for Today in History. We leave you with The Sound of Music. I'm Lee Mangrum, and thanks for watching Today in History.
Up next is sports.
But first, here's Courtney Mosley with a look at today's weather.
Thanks, Calvin. Monday through Thursday, we have a chance of cloudy skies with a range of 76 to 85. As for this Friday, we have a chance of rain. Not that good of a chance, so don't get your hopes up too yet. As for tonight's forecast, we have a temperature of 76 in Shreveport, Bossier City, 74 in Minden, Natchitoches, 76. And tonight's forecast, we have around, 56 in Shreveport, Bossier City, 55 in Minden, and 57 in Natchitoches. That was your local forecast, courtesy of BPCC News.
I believe that home is where your pet is. and that loving an animal means never giving up on them, never letting them go.
I believe that when you spay or neuter your pets, you help decrease the number of homeless animals.
Because every dog and cat deserves a place to call home.
I believe that I found my best friend at a shelter. And you can too.
We believe that together with Best Friends Animal Society,
We can bring about a time when there are no more homeless pets.
visit ambassadors.bestfriends.org.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
Coast Guard Foundation gave me funds to attend school. During that same time, my wife was pregnant. The foundation's grant allowed us to buy food, diapers, clothing.
Coast Guard Foundation really helps us to keep in touch with our families. They make an impact, and it leaves an impression that you don't forget.
I would like to thank the Coast Guard Foundation for helping out when times were tough.
Because sometimes, even the rescuers need to be rescued. The Coast Guard Foundation, proudly supporting the men and women of the United States Coast Guard and their families. Find out how you can help at rescuetherescuers.org.
Welcome back to BPCC News. Calvin, tell us what's going on in sports.
Well, the Saints have yet to win a game, and surprisingly, the Falcons are still undefeated. Carlos News has more in today's Headline Sports.
With Headline Sports, I'm Carlos Diaz. Europe started the day down 10-6, but rallied to win the 39th Ryder Cup. The Europeans won the first 5 singles matches of the day to take the lead. The match came down to the final 2 groups. Martin Keimer took the 1-up lead on Steve Stricker on 17 and tapped in on the 18th to seal the win. Tiger Woods finished the Ryder Cup winless. He did have his singles match. Europe wins 14.5 to 13.5. The Packers rebounded from Monday night's tough loss in Seattle to beat the Saints 28-27. Aaron Rodgers threw for 319 yards and 4 touchdowns, including the go-ahead score to Jordy Nelson late in the fourth quarter. Drew Brees threw for 446 yards, but not enough to keep the Saints from dropping to 4-0. The Falcons beat the Panthers 30-28 to remain undefeated. Cam Newton had the Panthers set up for the win after a late touchdown pass. But Matt Ryan drove the Falcons down the field, and Matt Bryant kicked the go-ahead field goal with 5 seconds left. The Falcons are 4-0 for the first time since 1986. The Eagles held on to beat the Giants 19-17. Closing moments of the game, the Giants are driving and in field goal range. But Ramses Barden was called for offensive pass interference. Lawrence Tynes' 54-yard field goal is short, giving the Eagles the win. The Orioles beat the Red Sox 6-3. Nate McLeod, J.J. Hardy, and Chris Davis each homered for the O's. Jim Thome also drove in a couple of runs. The Orioles remain tied with the Yankees for first in the AL East. The Angels and Rangers split their doubleheader. In the second game, Mike Napoli hit 2 homers and drove in 6 runs. The Rangers won 8-7 and clinch a playoff spot. The Angels' loss also clinched playoff spots for the Orioles and the Yankees. The sprint chase for the Cup continued in Delaware. Brad Keselowski took the checkered flag and also took first place in the point standings. Keselowski has 5 wins on the season, 2 of them coming in the chase. With Headline Sports, I'm Carlos Diaz.
Today in Building F, Annie Ann's Pretzels will be hosting a job fair. They are opening a new location in North Bossier and are accepting applications for all positions. Have fun in a family-oriented workplace environment built on communication and mutual respect.
The Office of Student Life and the SGA is sponsoring the annual talent show that is open to all currently enrolled BPCC students. Contestants will be judged on overall performance, audience response, stage appearance, originality, and personality. Cash prizes will be awarded. There will be a meeting October 10th in Student Services Room and Building F at 1 p.m.
Well, some of you students will be happy to know that today the BPCC Call Center begins. The BPCC Call Center is to help students get information on admissions, financial aid, payment info, and other information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The phone number to the call center is 1-866-217-5601.
A man jumps from his apartment and the Chinese have the worst traffic jam in history. The video will make you say, "What?" And take a look at this.
Take a look at this. An elderly man jumps from his New York City apartment into the arms of Good Samaritans 3 stories below. The 72-year-old man's apartment was on fire, and the only way out was to jump.
I leaned out the window, held my arm right here, and waited. I couldn't hold on no more.
Held him, held him like, "You all right? You okay?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
He suffered only a bruised heel. His apartment, however, sustained significant damage. Think your morning commute was rough? Check out this traffic jam. This is what the highways around Shanghai looked like Sunday. The government temporarily lifted tolls for the Chinese holidays, and drivers flooded the roads. Local media reports accidents only made the situation worse. Speaking of trouble on the roads, take a look at this. This bridge was set for demolition over the weekend, but what you see here was an unscripted moment. A portion of the Mulholland Bridge fell. On the ground, a few construction workers narrowly escaped injury. Work on the Los Angeles freeway was part of a massive project that shut down a 10-mile stretch of road for the weekend. For Take a Look at This, I'm Elizabeth Corridon.
I'm so glad it's October. It's some cool weather now.
Yes, that's why I wore orange today, because it's the first day of October.
Well, I wore pink today because it is Breast Cancer Month, so make sure you guys wear pink all this month support. Well, for Shelby Lawrence, I'm Calvin Hamilton. You have a great day. Thanks for choosing BPCC News.